I'm Jake.
I'm Tom.
And we are VIMTV, Velocities in Music, the best kept secret in music reviews. We return today to you, our lovely viewers. You guys have been with us since the beginning. Thank you so much for watching. This is our 501st album review, and we debut our new studio, which is still a work in progress. We are setting up our sound system. We got some new lights, a little bit better camera stand. We're going to be making some serious improvements over the next few months, trying to up the quality of just everything that we do from top to bottom, starting from the website and just in general in our video quality and review quality. One of the things that's really important to Tom and I is explaining to you guys how we are different than every single other music reviewer out there, both video reviewers and written reviewers. We feel like we have stumbled upon something special in how we analyze music, and we would like to share that with you because this is a collaborative experience that we want to integrate with you guys, because you guys are what makes music music. Without the listener, music is nothing. So I mean, we're just two guys behind a camera. It doesn't matter really in the end what we think. It's all about what we all think as a group and what you guys bring to the table so much, and your voice is so unheard. So how do we change that? And that's what we're looking to conquer over the next few years, really. So
yeah, looking more at how you approach music and the music listening process rather than the end result.
Right. So what we do, in a nutshell, is break things down to logical pieces, and then we analyze those pieces and figure out how those pieces relate to our own internal prioritization to those different functions of the music, and then we try to make some sort of assessment based on that. Really, the words are what's important. The score is just a byproduct of the words and an overall assessment of the quality of the music and whether or not you would like it. So it would come down to if you correlate with us. So to break into this review, we're going to review LP's Cancer for Cure, a brand new album out in 2012 from LP. It's his fourth, and this is, you know, a New York-based guy who's been doing a lot of stuff, very experimental hip-hop, a lot of very, very heavy electronic-based hip-hop, and the guy just spits fire when he talks. Tom, what was your opinion on this album? This is kind of a it took a while for me to really get into this.
I totally agree. It was a grower for me, but what really turned me onto it at first, before I was really able to delve into the lyrics and his vocal delivery and style, was just the style of the beats. They're almost bordering on industrial at times. They're very noisy, very gritty, very aggressive, but it really matches his delivery, matches the lyrical content. I mean, you definitely have a good marriage of every element in this, you know, hip-hop sound here. And that's what I really liked about it at first, but listening to it more, the more specific things that I really enjoyed about this album was the fact that, first off, he puts a lot more emphasis on the production and the beats and the kind of instrumental melodies, if you want to call them that, the actual music that's going on in the background behind his words. Because here you get a lot of kind of extended intros. Even though these songs are on average just between 3 and 4 minutes, you might have an intro that lasts a solid minute. Him setting up a mood and doing that through the instruments and the beats rather than just through his vocals. So then when the vocals come in, they just help to supplement everything rather than relying solely on the vocals, which is really good move for a hip-hop artist.
Totally, and the vocals just add upon what's already there. I mean, I could listen to just the instrumentation and just the beats and everything and really enjoy this album. The instrumentation and LP's just, you know, rapid, hardcore delivery. It just kind of makes me even happier when I listen to it. I felt like his attack and his delivery style are just spot on. It actually kind of reminds me, you know, not quite as rock oriented, more towards the electronic industrial side, like Tom said, but kind of like a post Rage Against the Machine sound. This guy clearly has a lot of talent when it comes to, you know, just an overall original sound as far as hip hop is concerned, creating a good mood. You know, his delivery is top notch, but just this dense hip hop sound where you just feel like it could be a soundtrack to some, you know, space scene. You know, it's just a really fun album, and I think that my favorite part about it is the fact that it is actually an album. You know, it plays from start to finish, and you don't ever want to skip a track. In fact, I would argue that the last 3 songs are some of the best songs on the album. Coincidentally, LP doesn't choose to use a lot of choruses in his music, so that's something that I really appreciate, because so often, even in hip hop and rap, you see the artist relying on some sort of generic hooky chorus to convey their song, to convey their point, make it catchy for us to like it. Well, those of us who listen to a ton of music generally look deeper than a chorus to find things we like about music. So it's refreshing to hear somebody willing to experiment with their structure enough to play to have something like what LP's doing. So by the time you get to those last 3 tracks, that's when he actually starts using the chorus very tactfully, and man, does it knock it out of the park because it makes it inherently more catchy. Now, if he were to do that on every single song, I don't think it would have been as good.
No, but it is a good mix.
Absolutely.
And I like what you said about this being a true album and flowing, because while it's not like a concept album by any means, there's definitely a lot of theming here.
Totally.
And he matches that with the theming in the sounds and the lyrics.
Even in his album artwork, album to album, it always has that mechanical looking.
Exactly. It almost brings up this kind of like paranoid, futuristic, dystopian kind of mood. And that matches with the lyrics because he's really hating on government a lot. I mean, it's funny because there's a song on here that features Killer Mike. We're going to be reviewing Killer Mike's new album, and LP guest spots on Killer Mike's album. And I see why, because both of them are really attacking government and just the way that society is structured. And, you know, LP in particular does it in such a way where he lets the music match the words perfectly. Totally. And I love that in a hip-hop album.
I can only think of one weakness, really, of this album. I really like this album, if you guys can't tell. And the only thing that I could come up with is something that I would like to have seen done is I really don't feel I can take away one solid track or one thing that just blew me away about this album. The whole thing is so good. Usually when I have an album that's just compact with really dense material that I like and it flows really nicely throughout, I usually want 1 or 2 songs that just kick my ass so hard or do something to me that just makes me, you know, just like, this is the cornerstone, this is the climactic point of the album. You know, like Closer on 9 Inch Nails' Downward Spiral, our favorite album of all time. So you know, I just didn't feel like I got that from this album, but that's just a very minor criticism, and the fact that this is just a fantastic album. Personally, I'm sitting in an upper 80s, 86 is what I think I'm going with this.
I'm going 82, a little bit lower than you, but still, I mean, if it's over 80s, come on.
This is a killer album. You guys should definitely check this out. This is one of the better hip-hop releases I've heard in a long time, so we're really excited to review this one, give it a few listens. So it's really hot in here under these lights. It's like 95 degrees outside, and there's not air conditioning in the room we're in right now. Thankfully, it's Iowa, so the heat doesn't last forever. So you guys are just gonna have to bear with us through this. So if you want, you know, to check back in the next few album reviews that come out, and you'll see us just get more and more sweaty throughout each of these reviews. It'll be really entertaining. Thank you guys very much for watching. As always, please follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Please feel free to send us comments anytime you guys have questions about what we do or have, you know, interesting things to say or corrections on our review, or just to give us your opinion. This is all about our communication and dialogue. We would love to hear from you, so hit us up. I'm Jake.
I'm Tom.
And we are VIMTV, moving music critique forward.
If I exist right now, I damn sure can't provide you proof. Definitions of existence in this state are loose. You done enough, relax, I'll finish tying up.